Right, let's have some word magic time again. The saying, cops are the law. They are law enforcement officers. And yet too few ponder on exactly what they're stating. In the past, they were policemen and women, and now they are officers. Why? Because officer is a corporate position is why. And so are they. Cops are the law. No, they're not the law. They are supposed to be there to uphold it, not be it. Big difference. Now, if only cops upheld the law for this lot. Can you imagine working for a company that has a little over 500 employees and at one point had the following statistics: 29 accused of spousal abuse, 7 arrested for fraud, 19 accused of writing bad checks, 117 have directly or indirectly bankrupted at least 2 businesses, 3 have done time for assault, 71 cannot get a credit card due to bad credit, 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges, 8 have been arrested for shoplifting, 21 are currently defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving. Can you guess which organisation this is? It's the United States Congress. And this is why we have to build a better way, with better people, better thinking, better actions and better solutions that combines the plethora of differing groups into one powerful group. And that group is the People's Club. This next section is called the People's Club Ideas and Solutions. We're going to be increasing this in the shows. But Anna von Reitz has been busy again, and amongst her personal barbs, she can at times talk a lot of sense. And she is, in my opinion, the most knowledgeable on law and the history of law on the internet. But it's just a shame she operates for the factions and bloodline families and not solely for and by the people, as she would be a great asset. But this is something to ponder on when creating assemblies. And don't rely on Tank to guide you to do anything right or useful. He is not capable. And it's important that the people do the right things and then organise in the right manner. Now, I have approached some groups about this in the past week, along the lines of developing the People's Club Natural Law Group, or committee for all involved in that exercise. Why do we have 2 groups doing assemblies? Why have 2 groups doing common or natural law? Why not combine them all into the one group under the banner of the People's Club, all whilst keeping your own allegiances to the groups that you're part of? If Anna von Reitz, Tank, Kim, John Darash and Kevin Annett are all for and by the people, this is the best and the only solution. 5 groups combined into one exercise wields power. Now, Anna von Reitz states, in addition to our lawful state assemblies, there are 2 kinds of district assemblies that are used and promoted by our foreign federal employees. And she said the key differences are that these assemblies are populated by territorial US citizens or municipal citizens of the United States, and are defined according to districts, as in District of Columbia, also known as voting districts. If you are a territorial US citizen, you should be participating in a district assembly. If you are a municipal citizen of the United States, or a federal corporation, or a corporate employee known as a citizen, you should be participating in another kind of district assembly clearly labelled as a municipal assembly. And everyone else, all of those who are not federal employees or dependents, need to be participating in the actual state assembly, which is organised according to counties, not districts. She says, okay, simple enough, district assemblies, both kinds, are foreign. No, Americans should be participating in district assemblies unless, of course, those Americans are adopting the political status of federal citizens because they A. work for the US military, B. work for the federal civil service, or C. are political asylum seekers, and D. are dependents needing and seeking federal welfare. So if you're not receiving an unearned welfare check from the federales, and not employed by the federales, and not seeking political asylum in their jurisdiction, pay no attention to their district assemblies. Now, what I'm looking for now is perhaps someone outside of Anna von Reitzer's group can look into whether this is the correct method to go forward with, and also report back on it. And the same thing applies to the UK. There are 3 separate groups in the MeWe chat doing common law. Why don't you all combine into one group under the banner of the People's Club UK and then encourage others to join the network? These individual groups make 0 sense anymore. It's not worked. Share, combine, cooperate is the way forward. I had a pondering chat the other day, and the story of health costs came up, and ranges from $600 to $900 a month, I've heard. Some say more. But using those as an example, $7,200 to $10,800 per year. And the question to be asked is, how many times does those amounts get used? Do you get refunds if you don't? Clearly not. But the cost of American health treatment is almost as bad as the death rate of medical malpractice, which remains the 3rd leading cause of death in America. Now, in the UK, we have a 12% wage deduction that pays for your national health care, your unemployment benefit, and state pensions. Now, some Americans think this is a big deduction to take from your wages, and yet curiously don't complain of the illegal, yes, you heard that correctly, practice of charging you tax on your wages. Now, with the bill that we put forward, and had it been signed off by Congress, it would eliminate the illegal payroll taxes forever. This then allows this health solution to thrive better. So as I say, some Americans think UK health is free. No. The ones who work pay 12% or thereabouts to cover these costs. But some Americans think that is excessive. But is it? Social Security is 6.2%. Medicare is 1.45%. So that's 7.65%. So just another 4.35% on top of that, and you get free healthcare. On $50,000 a year at 12%, that cost would be $6,000, which is less than the $7,200 or the $10,800 we mentioned earlier, paying for private healthcare. And that doesn't take into account the cost of paying deductibles on top of that. And this then ends the health disaster in this country of people tolerating illness and injury because of the frightening costs of obtaining basic health care. And quite frankly, it's barbaric and far from civilized. I would also have imposed a ceiling of 10% maximum profit on any medical item, be it a product or a service, and also reduce the CEO's salaries and perks below $200,000 a year. Above that is greed, not need. And health should not be a profit maker, and it is criminal in this country the profits made on people being sick and people losing their wealth and homes for medical bills. There has to be a better and fairer solution to the snake oil salesmen and middle management involved in and around our health industries. Another thing that cropped up is how easily we just accept things. Again, largely without thinking of the process we are actually doing, and we just go along with it. Take the IRS, for example. A shopkeeper collects taxes, pays an accountant to sort out the logistics of taxes, and then sends the county and state their tax receipts. Why are shopkeepers absorbing that time and energy to collect for an entity who would garnish your wages quicker than a public stimulus bill gets cancelled? Surely I feel that time and cost should be sent directly to the IRS or tax collectors for work done for their benefit, not yours. And this also doesn't just apply to shopkeepers, but all companies who collect taxes. You are providing a service for and by the IRS, and yet just accept you will not be reimbursed for your time and energy spent doing that service. What benefit do you get for doing that service? Why don't we let the IRS pay staff to collect the taxes themselves? Or allow the tax collector, which is you and us, to charge a fee for their time? You know, taxes time creates a lot of stress for the tax collecting public. And not only do you not get any recompense for that service, you are subjected to questioning for collecting it as well via audits. Again, why do we tolerate this shit? And the same applies to jury service. You're out of pocket in most cases, sitting through various bad crime events, only to lose pay. You're using your life force energy in often difficult to observe and hear criminal cases, threatened with fear-based tactics by the court, frightened you may be targeted by those in the dock, and then they penny pinch you for compensation. Some people have lost their jobs due to jury service in times when a case goes on for too long. That staff member may be replaced in his or her job. Will the court compensate that? Of course not. Well, why are we tolerating it? And heaven forbid if you refuse, the law comes down heavy upon you. So yet again, the public are providing a service for the system. And yet again, the public loses out from that system, all whilst judges, lawyers divvy up the proceeds of the court. And we have to really start pondering of how we the people are rolled over financially and time-wise by services allegedly for our own benefit. But I see little to no benefit and at times losses from these engagements. Here is an idea that each one of you listening to this show can save money and also contribute to the TPC. Too often, and we all do it, myself included, we just accept the cost of bills and services provided to us and not calculate the costs that can be saved by taking a small portion of time to check comparative rates or prices. Phone bills, cable, auto, health, life and home insurance bills are just some example. And this applies heavily to credit cards as well. There are many zero interest cards for 12 to 18 months now, and some with extra cashback. And this is a great way to save on interest payments. And the interest you save can pay down your debt quicker and throw some dollars into the TPC. Well, how many of us take the time to see if we can save money each month? How many stay with the same companies and just roll over the bills and the renewals without taking a bit of time to see if we can save some money? So here is an idea all members can try. Look at all your bills and or renewals, and it'll only take 1 to 3 hours. Checking them all for savings, and I guarantee you will all be shocked at what you can save with a bit of time spent on it. I just saved near $700 a year on a mobile phone bill, $168 a year on my cable bill. Now imagine doing that with all the other bills. And the money that you save, put half of it back in your pocket and send half to the TPC each month on each bill saving. Like I said, you're only likely to take 3 hours maximum to go through all your bills and then go and search for savings. You get extra money in your pocket each month. And because it's a TPC based idea, some of those dollars saved can go towards the TPC each month. Don't stick with just paying for stuff that's unnecessary. Cut your own costs and you can help the TPC as well. And it's a win-win for us all. Some intel. An energy transmuting event was carried out on a global scale last Saturday, and I'm pleased to see and hear some of our members felt that effect. It is beneficial for those who have done their inner work. Those who haven't are being given another opportunity to correct their lack of. There has been several wheat and chaff events this year. Inner work done or not, exposed for all to see. Those who chase the money, exposed for all to see. Those who live for the old system and those who wish to be the change and create a new system, again exposed for all to see. No more hiding anymore. You all revealed yourself in your current status. For the ones on the better path, keep rolling and don't allow others to lead you astray. They will test you. Don't let them in. For the ones not versed in inner work, chased the money and wishing to keep the old system, the next stage for you will be fairly brutal. Final portion of tonight's show. I've always tried to do things the right way. Some agreed, some disagreed. But over time, people see we got things right far more than we did wrong. Alt media division is really based in fact and more based on who alt media personalities work for. I am targeted and discredited because I work for no one except the truth and the people. Far too many speak in terms of me, myself and I, and not we, are and us. And it's all down to personal insecurity, which is the main virus on this planet. And this is why we have to lift each other up, not drag each other down. We're in a society that seems to hate itself, seems to hate anything that's any good, seems to want everything to fail, and seems to want everything to be shite. But why do we do that to each other? What has it achieved? What is best? All of us in the gutter, or all lifting each other up? Nothing changes in life unless we change it. Nothing is built in life unless we build it. Nothing is achieved in life unless we achieve it. And nothing is lost in life unless we lose it. Nothing is accomplished unless we accomplish it. There is no dream unless you manifest it. There is no vision if you can't see it. There is no light at the end of the tunnel if you surround yourself in darkness. There is no hope if you mire yourself in illusion. There is no expansion if you only reach for the sky. The sky was never the limit. The limiting factor is all down to you. Do you contract or expand? Do you love or hate? Do you divide or combine? Do you fall or rise? That was never down to me or anyone else. That is down to you, you, and you. Do we continue to honour their contract? or build our own tract without the con. A tract is a system of body parts or organs that act together to perform some function. We are the body parts. We are the organ to perform the function together. An organ is a key part of our inner working system, but an organ can make music and be played melodically and in harmony. We have to be that melodic, harmonious, musical organ going forward. Starting today. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. I'll probably see you all on Tuesday. Bye for now.